Hello watch friends, Louis from The Whole Cut here. If you've seen my channel before, you'll probably know I'm a huge Timex fanboy. I own 4 Timex watches. But a lot of people aren't fans. The brand takes a lot of flack from enthusiasts for being low quality and overpriced. Is that a fair characterisation though? If you've watched pretty much any YouTube watch review, you will know many reviewers place a huge emphasis on specifications. A massive emphasis on build quality, a gigantic emphasis on price and value for money. The average watch reviewer will spend a good portion of a review reading information from a spec sheet, manufacturer's website, or a press kit released for the watch. And I can't plead innocence in this matter, I'm guilty of it too. But the more I think about it, the more I think it's a bit nuts. Of course, I'm under no illusions about the quality of Timex watches. They often look great from a design perspective, but they're flawed. The fit and finish isn't always spot on. The quality control can be iffy at times. Though that can be said of brands that sell watches costing upwards of £1,000. Seiko. Timex makes no secret of its status as an affordable watch brand, and its watches are often discounted or can be picked up stupidly cheap on the secondary market. It's rare that you'll have to pay full price for a Timex. It usually only happens with hyped up models when demand outstrips supply. I loathe to pay full price for a Timex, I will openly admit that myself. On the other hand, AliExpress watches are affordable and tick all the boxes. 360 now stainless steel cases, solid link bracelets, sapphire crystals, reliable movements. These watches have it all. But the vast majority of AliExpress watches are homages to famous luxury watches. I don't have a particular problem with that. If you want a specific look and you can't afford the real thing, or don't want to pay for the real thing, then by all means help yourself and fill your boots. It's fine by me. I own an homage or two myself, but these watches sometimes leave me feeling cold. They don't have that little bit of flair or panache that even a cheap brand like Timex often brings to the table. Whatever Timex lacks in specifications and build quality, it makes up for with character and charm. The obsession with specifications is a bit weird. A lot of vintage Rolexes have folded link bracelets, acrylic crystals, aluminium bezels, they lack quick set date functions, etc. But few would deny that these watches are some of the most iconic and beautiful watches ever made. Specifications don't evoke feeling. A watch can be a total piece of rubbish on paper, yet still be a dream to wear. It can be the worst quality in the world and still put a smile on your face. If you need a watch for a specific job or purpose, then specifications are an important consideration, of course. But for most of us, the use of watches as tools is a novelty more than anything, as modern technology has produced better instruments to do the same job. Instead, the modern watch collector wears watches because they elicit an emotional response, not a rational one. There is no real justification for wearing a watch in the 21st century. We wear them because they look good and make us feel good. For most people, a watch will never be used to its full technical capability. Most divers don't get out of the shallow end. Most pilots' watches never make it to the cockpit of a plane. Most field watches never see combat, and so the focus on specifications is a bit tiresome and rather boring. Next time you're looking at a watch and you start to recoil in horror as you read that it only has 100 meters of water resistance and a mineral crystal, remember that it doesn't really matter most of the time, as long as the quality is good enough. Put it on your wrist. If it feels great and you can afford it, buy it, enjoy it, and you don't need to worry about anything else. The most celebrated musicians and singers are often not the most technically proficient. Instead, they conjure magic and excitement that can't really be explained. The greatest authors are rarely the most gifted writers, but they connect with the reader in a way their peers can only dream of. The person you married isn't perfect, but you love them anyway. The same applies to these silly little wrist trinkets we call watches. If I ask you why your favourite watch is your favourite watch, it's unlikely you'll reel off a list of specifications. Instead, you'll tell me what it means to you and why it's so special. And so that's why I cut Timex some slack. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you have a soft spot for Timex, or are you a hater? That's all I've got time for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.